Everyone knows Miltank, and if you're anything like me, it was likely one of your greatest enemies during a playthrough of Gold and Silver. But what can be worse than this ever-healing wall of a Pokemon? Miltank Fusions. So get ready to witness some of the most cursed Pokemon fusions imaginable. Jumping right in, I named my rival Not Subbed since there is a staggering amount of my viewers not subscribed. Consider doing that if you end up enjoying this video. We're so close to 100,000. Grabbing my first Miltank, our run had begun. Now as I catch my first couple Pokemon, I want to let you guys know that whatever monsters we're about to create, it's your fault. Look at all of these comments asking for months to do this run. So don't blame me when you can't unsee what we're about to create. You asked for this, not me. Miltank and Miltank highlights one of the more unfortunate features of this Pokemon and its fusions: udders. Cubone made this sad little guy covered in milk, and Wooper Miltank created this goofy looking Wooper with udders on the sides of its head. Lovely. Grimer made this, and I decided to name him Cream. I hated this Paris fusion and its newly cursed udder mushrooms, but I much preferred this Doug Trio fusion. Let's be honest, this guy's just a buried Miltank with faces drawn on it. Why? Mankey just became a different colored monkey with a milk bottle, and I'm not sure I want to know what the evolution's gonna look like. Finally, Tentacool was terrible. Not only does it have udders on its head spewing milk, but its long tentacles became really long udders. I named him Squirt for obvious reasons. As cursed as these Miltank fusions are, with its stats as well as its moves like Rollout and Milk Drink, they are surprisingly strong, so getting to Pewter City was a piece of cake. I should also mention that I'm getting all these different encounters because everything is randomized, from wild encounters to gym types and trainers, so Brock is now a ground type gym leader. I brought Squirt and Help, and his first Pokemon Eepee went down quickly without doing any damage. His second Pokemon Houndsire was a little bit more of a challenge, but luckily a combination of Milk Drink and Stomp got us through, winning our first badge. I felt bad for Brock's team. Not only did he have to witness these nightmare combinations, but he also got stomped on by them. Unfortunately, this now means it's time for more fusions. Donphan and Miltank made a surprisingly cool fusion that reminded me of the new Paradox Pokemon Great Tusk, but a little more flesh-colored. Of course, Coughing just had to become this. Who would even catch a Pokemon like this? Everything would always be sticky. Magikarp looked like he knew exactly how I felt about these fusions. Rhydon, one of my favorite Pokemon, made a surprisingly good fusion. It became a dessert rhino. Unfortunately, it still has udders, so not quite. Ammonite became so incredibly adorable that I wanted to forget that those are udders. He's just so cute, but the fleshy pink color ruins it for me. Ekans looked just as surprised to exist as it would to find out he's one long udder, and Vileplume decided to put its newly found milk creating skills to work and became a cannon. My favorite Miltank fusions have to be the food-based ones, not including the milk. This Slowbro is a perfect example because it just became a big block of cheese. As I pressed on catching several awesome fusions, we eventually ran into Team Rocket doing something that I just couldn't bother with. Honestly, when you're constantly staring face to face with udders shooting cream and milk everywhere, other problems just seem pointless. Anyways, I'm pretty sure while I spaced out, Squirt got the electronics wet, so Team Rocket stormed off after a failed experiment. Time to fight Misty. Cheese and Cream came in for this fight against her normal type gym, and somehow just clicking Rollout with Cheese, he wheeled his way straight to victory, winning the battle in one move. Who would have thought? I guess Rollout does get pretty strong after a couple of moves. After Misty, it was time to battle Not Subbed once again. Cheddar managed to knock out the Empoleon fusion with Rollout, and then after a Milk Drink, it rolled right through the rest of his party. Seriously, what is with these cheese type fusions absolutely destroying my opponents? Could they really be the strongest fusions in existence? To find the answers, I headed to the one person I knew I could ask, the Pokemon Master himself, Bill. We studied, learned all we could about these lactose-infused creatures. What was their secret? Where did they come from? Why did you guys make me create them? And what really made them this Gouda? Sorry, dad jokes. Well, I found no answer, but I do hate them considerably less now, so let's go make some more. In Vermilion City, it was time for more fusions. Staryu did exactly as you'd expect. Udders? Check. Milk? Check. Fleshy pink color? Check. Fortress did the same, but with a cute face. Parasect upgraded his mushroom to a bucket of vanilla protein shake, while Kingler became the king of cheese. It also kind of looks like a dog. There were also some more cursed fusions I didn't like one bit, like Dodrio. Why is this head just udders? And why is it spraying itself? And why does this one look like it's next? Furret became one of the most uncomfortable fusions to look at, but in honor of our recent collab video with the Furret lover Dobbs, you should definitely go check it out, I decided to add them to the team. Also, Mankey finally evolved, and this is what he looks like. Must have evolved so quickly due to all the milk. With Dairy King, Unholy, Dobbs, and Popeye now on the team, it was time to defeat Surge. Since Blaine was using fighting types, Unholy did the work for us and used Peck one by one, making Blaine's Pokemon fall. To be fair, I would probably just tap out if I was getting pecked by that. As I continued my hunt to satiate you heathens with more cursed Miltank fusions, I defeated Not Subbed once again. It's really not looking for you guys who aren't subbed. Might want to just join us on the dark side. I mean, we have udders. Arriving in Celadon City, our help was requested by Erica. She had heard rumors of a trainer who didn't even have to lift a finger to send Team Rocket packing. She didn't realize it was all Squirt's fault, but our legend was growing. Time to cream Giovanni. His battle was fairly easy for our fleshy freaks, and with Team Rocket on the run once again, we went to grab our next gym badge. Erica was using all flying types, so more cursed fusions. Miltank and Electrode makes what I think is one of the worst fusions in the run. I named him Squelch cause I'm pretty sure that's the sound his feet make. Can we call those feet? Squirt finally evolved and just has more fleshy tentacles. Awful. I was really hoping Cheddar's evolution would look cooler or maybe just keep running with the cheese theme. It in fact did not. It possibly also had some of the most liquid of any fusion sprite ever. I also hate this face. Ghastly turned into a floating ball of cream with udders, of course, and Haunter was just a bigger udder ball with milk cans. Amazing. You guys honestly need to apologize to Shuckle for making me do this to him. Look at that. You should all be ashamed. Cream evolved into Big Cream and Golem became a ball of what looked like a cookie cereal. I think I remember having this as a kid. Cookie Crisps or something. Top 10 cereal for sure, but not quite as good as Cocoa Dino Bites. That Mewtwo we caught at the beginning finally reappeared to make me uncomfortable. Why did it have to summon a little Milk Mew? Anyways, with our new team, we were ready to rock and roll. Hey there, Editing Cosmic here. I'm not sure why I named this Pokemon Kaga or Kega, so brownie points to whoever can figure out what that has to do with this fusion or the fusion run in general. Thanks. Koga's gym was actually somewhat challenging. Kaga barely managed to take out a Bidoof fusion and then was knocked out by Girafree. Popeye wasn't quite strong enough, and due to Koga's healing, Chocolate Chip had to finish off his demonic butterfly. Suddenly, Raylurk stood in our way. Luckily, Squelch managed to defeat it, and his final Pokemon, Coffalade, fell as well, which meant time for more cursed fusions. Porygon Z turned into a milk carton for some reason, and Gallade's fusion was actually kinda cool. Not sure what the reference is, but he's crazy stylish. Duskull became a cute milk ghost, and Mischievous became another dessert-style fusion, so we named it Dessert. This Weavile fusion was also pretty good, so we added it to the team and named it Sherbert. To get my next badge, I had to clear Team Rocket out of Saffron City, but on our way, Not Subbed showed up again to challenge us once more. Look at how ashamed he is to be not subbed. That, or he doesn't want to look at our cursed fusions. Either way, he had a few cool Charizard fusions, but we quickly defeated him and went in to cream Giovanni. He was pretty easy other than his Golduck Persian fusion that hit like a truck and took forever to knock out. But regardless, we defeated him, which meant time for another badge. As I stepped into Sabrina's gym, we faced the biggest insult from this entire playthrough. They used my own jokes against me. It was unacceptable, inexcusable. They had to be punished. With the power of Chocolate Chip and Dessert, we managed to defeat Sabrina and avoid being creamed ourselves. More fusions. You guys wanted cursed, so here's a Mantine flying around as Remoraid drinks its milk. You're welcome. That last one makes Macargo look completely normal, and yet it's not normal. You guys are desensitizing me to these absolutely cursed fusions, so you know what? Here's this. Miltank and Galvantula. Yeah, you like that? Huh? Raichu became a surfing Raichu of sorts, and Poliwrath. What are you doing? Dude, stop! Alakazam was pretty weird. I kinda hope he's eating that and not giving it to someone else. Machamp and Miltank was also pretty bad. It's definitely worse when Pokemon are humanoid. Finally, Victory Bell was that. Okay, carry on. Blaine's Psychic-type Pokemon were pretty strong, and Nope quickly fell to an earthquake from Dig 2. Luckily, Cowabunga managed to finish it off with Surf. Chocolate Chip defeated Akira Mew Fusion with Rock Blast, as well as his Wyduck with Earthquake. Finally, Deogen also fell, winning our 7th gym badge. Going into the next fight, I was preparing by teaching a bunch of my Pokemon rock moves as well as Discharge. Why, you might ask? Well, Zapmalkuno was just ahead, and this big boss had 3 heads, 3 health bars, and got to attack 3 times each turn. So multi-target attacks like Discharge were essential. Would our cow-based fusions be able to take on the might of this 3-bird beast? Leading Nope, I was surprised to see that Electro Web hit all 3 birds, which was crucial since it managed to do some damage as well as slow them down. Nope also survived a turn and did massive damage then with Discharge. Squelch set up a light screen ensuring our victory and then did damage with Discharge as well. Cowabunga finished off Articuno as well as Moltres before I switched into Chocolate Chip, then destroying Zapdos with Rock Blast. We've fought this boss a lot of different ways, but this was definitely one of the more effective ways I found. More cursed fusions. I snagged all 3 legendary birds and fused them together to create a new Milky Trio. The Beldum line all ended up just getting udders for fingers and using them to spray everything. Fantastic. Torterra also became its own milk factory, and I hate it. Steelix became a milk snake with hooves on its face and a little cute face. I'm not sure if this is cursed or cute, but what is cursed is this Typhlosion. Imagine if these were 3D models, milk erupting everywhere. Bad mental image. Also, Rhyperior just became more dessert covered. Sweet. Since you guys are here for fusions, let's jump through some of the next final fights. Giovanni had some cool Pokemon like Houndvile and this Palkia Lapras fusion. He also had this beautiful Lapras Mischievous fusion, and Not Subbed had a pretty cool Braylon fusion. It kind of looked like a ninja or samurai. His Seaking fusion was also pretty cool. After those battles, we quickly made our way to the Elite Four, which meant it was time for the rest of the cursed fusions that I found. Rotom turned into a milk bottle with those milking machines on it, and Zoroark's hair turned into a piping bag full of cream. It looks so happy, but I just hate food products coming from a Pokemon. Sylveon was kind of cute if it weren't for the pink flesh color that I just can't get over hating on, and Mimikyu created its own milk carton. Hydreigon was like a worse Dodrio because not only 1, but 2 of its heads became just udders. I wouldn't be surprised if these were the same artists. Disgusting. I don't know what to hate more on this Deoxys fusion, its tentacle udders, the massive thighs, or the fact that it just has a cow head. Nothing more. Blastoise earned himself some massive milk cannons.
That's what she said!
Oh gosh, when is this cursed pain gonna be over? Blastoise's reverse was actually pretty funny. A Gatling gun instead of udders. Genesect became the future of America's dairy industry. Want some milk? Just call over the MilkBot 10,000 for a squirt. I hate it. Regigigas was awful, but mostly because of its color. I did love the cheese bits though. And while Arceus was terrible, the reverse became the god of this run. So, with these new fusions, I collected some powerhouses to help me create a team that would horrify the Elite Four. Big Cheese, Milkagross, Milk God, Milker, Sweets, and Miltank. These guys would carry us through. But don't go anywhere because there's still a few cool fusions to see. Bruno had an adorable looking Spiritomb fusion, Togadom. Look at his little face. And Meowth became a purse for some reason. I'm not sure what that's fused with. Agatha had ghosts again, and her Dunix was incredible. I love the black stones. Lance had this funny Rhyperior with Rotom fusion, and it became a drill. And with that, we managed to destroy the Elite Four. Some of these new fusions that we have are just way too strong. I'm looking at you, Big Cheese. Our final battle with Not Subbed had arrived. Big Cheese managed to burn all his heals before falling, allowing Sweets to finish off Bizone. Charfisk didn't stand a chance against an Earthquake, and to be fair, after seeing our fusions, it didn't look like he wanted to. His Leafeon fusion fell to a Megahorn, and it looked like Sweets would clean house. Then his Double Lydian outsped and knocked us out. Milker then took revenge with Hex, and Miltank defeated Esgon Z and his final Pokemon Blastgar with Shadow Ball, winning the battle and the run. Comment your favorite fusion from the run as well as your least favorite fusion, and check out this new video right now. Peace.